What's up? 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 What is up? How are y'all doing today? Y'all, it is Friday. I hope y'all had a fantastic week. Um, it has definitely been an interesting one. Unfortunately, we gonna get into some news. This is not going to be the longest of lives. I know the replay gang can probably feel safe and feel relieved about that. But I'm happy to be here with y'all today. We definitely got a lot of DC news that we got to cover. And just a couple things. We're just gonna go through a couple things just to kind of give you a heads up. I'm one of the directors of the Chicago Indie Critics. That is just basically a small critic group out here in Chicago, where we like to amplify and promote diversity in film criticism. And we are going to be having our 6th annual awards. So right after this live, I gotta go get a haircut real quick and then get ready to shoot the video for the awards. I can't hang out here too long. I got other responsibilities I got to go take care of, so we gonna get through that. I do want to give a quick shout out to my main man Marv. Thank you, brother, for the Cash App, and Davion, thank you also from your for your Cash App from last week. Really appreciate that. Thank you so much. All right, who do we got? Let's give some quick shout outs and then we're gonna get to some news. Come on now, we kicking it off right with Miss Harper. Yes, I don't know if you at work or not, but Miss Harper, we always love to have you on, ma'am. Hold on, maybe I spoke too soon. Hold on, Terrence coming through. Thank you for the haircut. Thank you, Terrence. Listen. For a long time I didn't get haircuts because I had locks, for some of y'all that did not know. But man, ever since I had to start getting haircuts again, whoo, I didn't know inflation hit that too. I know it hit the gas station, but my God, man, listen, back in my day, a good haircut was about $10. Okay. Shoot, get a lineup for like $2. Whew, man, then it started going up and it was like $20, then $30, then $40. I'm like, golly, I feel like I'm at the salon. Like, my wife be getting her hair done, and listen, whoo. Anyway, thank you. Appreciate that, Terrence, all the way. Let's see who else we got. Marcy. Hey. How are you doing? Thank you, ma'am, for showing up. Top supporter as well. Appreciate you for showing. Dex, what is going on? Hello. Let's see. uh don't ignore. Ribs, what's going on? How are you, ma'am? Good to see the Mod Squad in the building, vets in the building. Come on, back-to-back vets. We got Jillian Oakley in here. Thank you so much for joining. Joy is also here. Good to see you. Let's see who else we got in the building. John is here. What is going on? Good to see that. Make sure y'all say, hey, look, we're gonna get to that topic. Make sure y'all save all y'all guesses and all y'all votes for later when we get on the topic. Trust me, we're gonna get on it. Diane Mitchell, hey, good to see you as well. Cynthia, good to see you. Thank you so much for coming. Minister, what is up? How are you doing tonight? Let's see who else is joining. I know people are joining in a little late. That's all good. Don't you even worry about it. Johnny Washington, what is going on? Good to see you. Shauna is here. Thank you so much. The talented one, good to see you again as well. My man Diddy is in the building. What's going on, brother? J Mart is here. Good to see you. Thank you so much for joining tonight. We got the top vet. Come on now. We got the vet and the Mod Squad. I love it. Miss Kristen Pratt in the building. What's going on? The Dark. Hello. Nia O is here. Thank you so much for joining. Wilbur, what is going on? Carbro is in the building. Hello. Good. Yes, Screaming Monkey, what is going on? Hello. My man Storm Shadows in the building. Good to see you. LP, what up? Let's see. Did I miss anyone? I'm trying to hurry. Let me see. Yes, my man Marv. There you go. I'm glad you can make it, brother. I'm glad you can make it. Whether you hear live or on the replay, gang, it's all good. Either way, thank you so much. Reggie is here. Liu Kang is in the building. Liu! That just reminded me from the Mortal Kombat movie, when his little brother, Liu! Romeo, what is going on? Good to see you. Thank you so much for joining. Let's see. All the way from Brazil, Tati is here. Good to see you, ma'am. Good to see you. Rebecca is here. Thank you so much. My man Derek Gaines in the building. Yes. Top vet, what you going on, man? Thank you so much for making it out. Gray is here. D Weave is here. My man Alejandro's here. Yes, good to see you, brother. Let's see. Who else? I saw a couple other names. Chill Spot. There we go. Good to see you again. Nelson V is here. Good to see you. Capri is here. Sheila is here. Hello. Let's see. Who else? My man Ernest is in the building. Stefan is here. Kimmy J, Black Claw, Diane Roberts is here. Let's see. I think I saw one more. Oh, come on now. We got my man Buzz in the building. Man, yes. Thank you, first of all, for that. But man, we definitely got to talk about that as well. Thank you so much. And Big Bo, Devin, Zion, Casey, Marshall, Sharice. Yes. Okay. Oh, come on now. And the boot thing's in the building, y'all. The boot thing is in the building. Okay, let's get come on now. Come on, brother. You've been a vet. Come on, Ernest. Yeah, you ain't gotta ask that. You've been a vet. Come on, bro. That goes without saying. Thank you so much for that contribution, man. Let's see. My man Derek. Hello, family. I thank you for your time and prayers. They're working. I stood up on my own 2 feet for the first time in weeks. Yes. Please continue to pray for me and thank you, man, brother. Thank you so much for blessing this channel with the good news. We really appreciate it. I told you, man, you was always in our thoughts and prayers, and we're going to continue to send those positive vibes your way, man. So glad to hear that you out there walking, you doing your thing. Continue working, man, and we got your back. Thank you so much, Derek. Really appreciate you coming through and joining us tonight. Oh man, Marcy she just be blessing. Hold on, let me see. Oh Lord Jesus, Marcy, ma'am, thank you so much. Oh, whew. Thank you, Marcy. I appreciate you, ma'am. Oh my goodness. Thank you for I know I sound like a broken record, but like for real, ma'am. Thank you. For real. All all the babies, thank you. All the little babies, they thank you for real. But let's move on over to, unfortunately, y'all, 2022 is off to a rough start. Y'all, we lost another legend. First it was Betty White, and now unfortunately we lost Sidney Poitier, first black man to win Best Actor, died at the ripe age of 94. My goodness. Talk about, listen, I know it sucks that we be losing these folks and all, but my goodness, 94, and Betty White was 99. Like, yo, the having a long life is such a blessing in itself. Just imagine all the things that these people have seen before. They've seen things and lived through things that we've only read about. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is such a blessing in my opinion. And Sidney Poitier, my God, this dude is like the pioneer, right? Like, he is like, you have actors that look at him as an icon. I think for me, my very first, I think the first one I saw for Sidney Poitier was probably Look Who's Coming to Dinner. If you have not seen that, please go see it. It was absolutely a classic. I mean, you're talking about a movie that at that time, segregation was still an issue, right? Like, racial tensions were still high. Like, if you thought cancel culture and Karens and all this other stuff was no. This was, it was thick back then, okay? But my goodness, that was it. And then even though that was like one of my first things that I experienced, hold on. Matter of fact, we need to watch this, because one of my favorite Sidney Poitier, in the heat of the night. 1967, I think. Do I have it? Hold on. I think I have it. Hold on. Let me see if I can put it up. We need to watch this. Can we watch this? Hold on. Let me see if I can get this up.
Some people.
Yes. Let's. They call him Mr. Tibbs. Come on, Sidney Poitier. Y'all don't understand how revolutionary that was. To have a black man smack a white man. Oh, let me tell you something. There is just something about smacking racists in the face that just they put a chill in your bones. Anywho, if for whatever reason you have not been privy to Mr. Poitier, please treat yourself. Go out and treat yourself. Go watch Look Who's Coming to Dinner. Go watch In the Heat of the Night. Go watch this man's work. This was acting. He was an actor's actor. Oh, rest in peace to this legend, Sidney Poitier. Oh my goodness. And by the way, if y'all got more recommendations, please put them in the comments. People need to know that this is the guy that also inspired Denzel Washington. We're gonna talk about Mr. Washington in a minute. But and I felt so bad because just a couple days ago, Denzel was getting interviewed, and we gonna actually talk about that interview. And he was just talking about Sidney Poitier. He was just talking about how he couldn't be on screen with with Mr. Poitier. But and then there we go. Come on, a raisin in the sun. Come on now, yes. Oh, it's just it's sad. It's totally sad that he is gone. I am praying that my man is in heaven, in paradise. He is at rest. He is at peace. His legacy will never be tarnished for what he did in the world of acting. So yes, shout out to Sidney Poitier. Man, straight up legend right there. Whew, man. Okay. All right. Let's transition. We got what else we got? I don't want to talk about that yet. Okay, no, we could talk about it. Hold on, let me get this because this was actually fresh off. Somebody actually requested this. I apologize. I didn't see who requested this topic. But apparently, this is actually kind of messed up. Yo, look, I know that we got streaming and we got theaters kind of coming back, but then we got Omarion kind of messing stuff up too. But man, yo, Pixar cannot get a break at all. So right now, it looks like there's another Pixar movie coming out. I believe it's called Turning Red, and it's going to go exclusively to Disney Plus starting in March. And here's the thing. I'll be honest. At first, I didn't really notice this as much, but it seems like Disney has no problem throwing Pixar movies straight on the streaming. And I'm sitting here thinking dang, man, Pixar can't get the theater treatment too. I mean, don't get me wrong. As a parent, I'm totally okay with this. I'm very, very okay with this. I don't have to drag all of my little babies to go to the theater and go watch them and pay all the money. Oh, my wallet thanks you greatly. But man, I'm just saying they not gonna make the money that they used to. Kind of sucks. But as a parent, I'm not mad either. I'm not too mad. But hey, anyway, actually, looks, you know what? I'm not even gonna front. This is good news. I'm sorry. I don't. What am I gonna do? Cry over a multi-million billion-dollar company? Man, listen, we won. We want all family movies. Just throw them suckers on streaming. We good. That's all we need. We fine. Look, this is great news. This is great news. Matter of fact, I don't even think we don't even need to talk about this no more. That's it. That's all. But now y'all remember, speaking of Disney, because we're gonna keep it on Disney. Now, I don't really have to remind you guys. I hope I don't. About all the drama that has gone back and forth with Scarlett Johansson and Disney. You know, if you recall, she made that Black Widow movie. It didn't go to theaters the way it did that same day release thing. It didn't make the $1 billion that she thought it was going to make. And then all of a sudden, you know, she sued Disney and they called her out talking about Scarjo don't care about the kids. She don't care about people in the pandemic and all of this stuff. So now they got then they went behind closed doors. They fixed everything legally. And because they fixed everything, they came to a settlement. Everything's cool. So now it seems like Disney is backing Scarjo all over again. I told y'all money be fixing things, apparently. Like, all it took was whatever this little settlement, whatever this little agreement, and now everything is copacetic. And we just had Kevin Feige not too long ago say that Scarjo was going to come back as a producer, you know, as well to produce a Marvel movie, but it wasn't said which one it would be. I don't know. But now looks like, hold on, wait, let me get the right one. Sorry. Looks like Disney is actually pushing for Scarjo to be Best Actress, despite that whole lawsuit. Best Actress? For what? For Black Widow? The same movie that Yelena almost outshined her in? I don't know. This best stunts? Maybe some stunts? Yeah, some stunts. Was there music? I don't know. Best actress though? I don't know. I don't see it. I don't see it. Unless this is like a publicity thing, like, hey Scarjo, we love you and we gonna do this, we gonna do right by you. But I'm like there was nothing in Black Widow that was like, damn, Scarjo killed that. And I'm not saying she was terrible either. I'm just saying there was nothing that blew me away with her performance that was like memorable. To be honest with you, I'm kind of forgetting a little bit about Black Widow in the first place. Like, even the movie didn't hit hard. I don't know. I think, in my humble opinion, this might just be a PR move. I think this is really just more of, hey, Scarjo, look, no hard feelings. Matter of fact, we gonna throw your name out there for Best Actress. If it lands, it lands. If it doesn't, at least we did something. I can tell you this. She wasn't, look, in all the little critic groups I'm in, I ain't seen her name come up not one time. Not once. At all. For anything. But they tried. So I don't know. What do y'all think about this? Do you guys think that Scarjo should be nominated for Best Actress? Maybe I'm missing something. I don't know. I just couldn't do it. Y'all know I love me some Marvel. I love Scarjo too. Like, Not for this. I can't. Maybe I'm missing something. It could be me, but let me know what y'all think. Let me go back up here. Hold on, I missed somebody. We got Sheila. What you got? We just buried my brother today. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, who was a police officer for 35 years, joined in the 60s as the first black cop in our hometown of South Carolina, saved the child. Oh, Sheila, I'm so sorry. Oh man, I am so sorry. Thoughts and prayers for you and your family. You definitely have my deepest condolences. I hope that you and your family are just taking whatever time that you need during this difficult time. Oh man, I am so sorry. Listen, I hope just this brief little session can bring a little levity, can just um uplift your spirits just a little bit, because I know this ain't, it's never easy, losing a loved one, but we definitely got your back here. We definitely support you. That's one thing I love about our community here. We all got each other's back, so definitely thinking about you and your family. We're gonna uplift you. And my goodness, I'm so sorry for you. I am so it's terrible. I'm sorry, man. But thank you for sharing and thank you for supporting the channel. But yeah, we definitely got you. We definitely got you. Let's see. Who else we got here? Marcy, what you got? Scarjo for best superhero poster. She poses. She's a good poser. She is a good poser. She is a good one. I like that. Yeah. Nah, she does. Wait, hold on. Actually, Yelena kind of outposted that too. Yeah, Yelena kind of got her there too. I don't know. She got competition in her own movie. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. You say it's kind of weird, SJ. What up, SJ? How you doing? Let's see. Y'all not seeing her for best actress? No. Yeah, no. Okay. All right. I'm not missing nothing. Okay. All right. Okay. Then I listen. Listen. Right. Okay. Now, if this was Lucy, different. I'd mess around and give her a nomination for Lucy, but this, I'm not seeing it. I ain't seeing it. Not. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. Thank y'all, by the way. I see the chats already coming through with the love and the support. Like, y'all are so great. I really do appreciate y'all for real. Let's see. Lupita didn't get recognized for Us, and they want to recognize Scarjo for this role. Nah, son. Let me tell you, V. Lupita crushed it. Okay, crushed it in Us. I was so pissed off that she didn't even get it made me mad because I was like, if anybody else did something remotely close to this, y'all be gushing all over her. If it was anybody, let Kristen Stewart or Meryl Streep or whoever go play two roles in a movie, one that's psychotic and the other one that's like normal, y'all would be giving them nominations left and right. Oh, good point. Facts. Oh my gosh. Ridiculous. Alejandro, my man. Hey, my dude. We're going to be able to talk about No Way Home openly and full of spoilers. We got lots to talk about. Y'all want a spoiler talk? So I did a spoiler open talk before. You know what? I've been thinking about this. I've been thinking about doing this thing. And I don't know. Y'all could weigh in on this. One thing I was thinking about doing. See, the problem is, if I do more stuff, it's gonna be more work. But at the same time, I still want to have more content for y'all. So I was thinking about, don't hold me to this. I was thinking about doing something like a spoiler Saturdays, and that would just be like another live. I might bring in a guest, and we could just chop it up and talk all full spoilers about some movies. I was thinking about doing it for the Matrix. but that would mean I'd have to watch it again, and I really don't want to. I wouldn't mind doing Spider-Man No Way Home again. I don't know. I mean, I did. If you go to Just My Opinion Reviews, I did do an open spoiler discussion breakdown on that channel. So if it's not for No Way Home, we could maybe do it for another movie, but I'm leaving it open for a spoiler Saturday. We just meet up maybe for like half an hour, nothing too crazy, and we just talk about the movie. It'll probably be like the week after, so people can actually watch the movie. But I'm thinking hard about it, G. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it. You are not alone with that. Thank you, brother. Dan the man, my man, 50 grand. Let's see Denzel as Galactus. Interesting. Thank you for that, Dan. I appreciate you. My man Mike, just letting you know I'm here. Is this After Dark, Widow, or Elena? That's your winner. It's not After Dark. But I take a We're talking about movies. I'm gonna keep it clean. We're talking about movies, so I'm gonna go with Widow. I'm gonna go with Scarjo for that. Absolutely. That's my bet. That's where I'm going with it. Okay, so let's move on. Let's see. Okay, so not only do we have to deal with all this nonsense with theaters and pandemic and all that. Oh, I don't even know if this is good news or bad news, to be honest with you, but it looks like Morbius got delayed again. That's right. The Spider-Man spinoff, Morbius, is now delayed 3 months. 3 months. Y'all, we were supposed to get this movie like in 2 weeks, but now it's delayed 3 whole months. 3 months. Yeah, so we are going to get this on April 1st. I don't even know what we talking like. Is that supposed to be an April Fool's joke? Like, do you really want to have a movie like on April 1st? I don't know. I don't know how we feeling about this. Now, here's the thing. I hope maybe, and this isn't confirmed at all. I hope this extra 3 month delay is hopefully giving them time to shoot maybe some extra bonus scenes. Maybe we can get Andrew Garfield in there somewhere. I don't know. Like, I think that'd be dope, because there's been a huge push for Spider-Man and having them do a third movie. So I wouldn't be mad at that. Now, there's a little continuity potential issue, maybe, because if you notice all in this picture here, you see how there's a Spider-Man in the background and all that. That is actually Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man from Sam Raimi's trilogy, aka the GOAT Spider-Man. So that's his Spider-Man. That's not the Amazing Spider-Man with Andrew Garfield. So personally, I wouldn't even care if they just reshot that, use some CGI, and just put Andrew Garfield's in there. But the only reason it'd be kind of cool is because Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man is the only one that has not dealt with the symbiote or Venom. So a lot of people are kind of saying like, yo, it seems like Morbius is actually in the same universe as Venom, because at the end he was like, I am Venom, so maybe that's a tease that they're in the same universe. And if that is the case, you also have that idea of like Spider-Man being a murderer. So if you watch No Way Home, recall Garfield's Spider-Man said, man, there was a time after I lost Gwen, I stopped pulling my punches. And Spider-Man's really strong. When Spider-Man punches somebody, he has to pull his punches and not punch as hard because he will jack you up. He's that strong. So maybe he actually is out there, or he did kill somebody. We don't know. So I think that'd be kind of dope if they do that. But let me know what you think. I mean, are you Like, were you excited for Morbius? Because I'm still nervous. I'm nervous because this is Marvel ain't touching this. Marvel Studios ain't involved in Morbius. This is all Sony. So, brought to you from the same people that gave you Venom and Venom 2 and the Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2. Ah, we'll see. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see. Let me see. What do we have here? My man Storm Shadow. What you got? Have you checked out Don't Look Up? And if so, what are your thoughts on the message? Ooh, interesting. Um, okay, let's do this. Uh Boom. Let's do this right here because I wasn't planning on talking about this, but let's do a Don't Look Up impromptu review. Um Look, first and foremost, I thought if you don't know, Don't Look Up stars Leonardo DiCaprio, Jennifer Lawrence. It's got like an all-star cast. Like the cast is like through the roof. And it's about basically these scientists that witness and they observe basically a meteor or a fragment coming to Earth, and they do the math. And if and when this thing hits Earth, it can destroy the entire world. Like the dinosaurs went away and mankind will go away too, right? So the whole gist of this movie is what do we do? Like, and they like clearly you're gonna have like a political response, you're gonna have a scientific response, and you're gonna have a social response. So the whole movie is about how potentially would our society and world today deal with something. And I will say that the strongest element in this movie is definitely the themes, right? So and the theme that is going on in this is it's the theme that happens with the politicization. Making everything political. Let's go with that. I'm done today. But when you politicize certain issues, now the question is like, yo, what are we really doing here? Like, is this going to lean towards corporate greed? Is it going to lead to human uniting for a general cause, for a common cause? And I'll say that this movie, by the way, if you don't know, if you're just walking in cold to this movie, this is satire. Okay, so satire can utilize dark humor to talk about real issues or to make light of real situations. So the dark humor and I gotta say, this is dark. It's very dark. Like there were times I was watching this and I was like kind of uncomfortable because I was just like laughing, but I'm like, why am I laughing at this thing that's really jacked up? It's really bogus. And even the ending, when you get to the ending, it's almost impossible to have mixed emotions or not to have mixed emotions about it because they're shooting something really real and it's telling a very strong message about how we really need to be careful with what we're trying to politicize or not. And so for me, earlier you asked, the question was asked, what were my thoughts about the message? I love the message. I love the message behind it because it showed how ridiculous society can be in whatever direction, because I'm trying not to spoil it either. Whatever direction that we end up going, it shows how ridiculous it is. And I would argue it shows how important and necessary it is for us to still maintain critical thinking. This is one of the biggest reasons why we need to stop and think before we react or join bandwagons or stay in our echo chambers and stuff. So I thought that this was a excellent view of how crazy and extreme different sides of the political aisle can get. So that for me with Don't Look Up was actually handled, I think, really well. I don't know, depending on whatever side of the aisle of the political aisle you're on. Maybe you'll like this movie, maybe you won't. Personally, I would recommend it anyway because I think that whatever side you on, whoever politics or that you agree with or not, the one thing we should be able to agree upon that this movie is trying to communicate is if something affects all of us, whether it's a meteor coming down to Earth, whether it's a pandemic, whether it's a terrorist attacks, aliens invading, whatever, we need to come together and do the right thing for your fellow human being. That maybe that's a tree hugger hippie message, but I think that is just basic common sense. But anyway, when it comes to was there anything bad? Let me see. So I like the themes. The acting was really good. Leonardo DiCaprio did a fantastic job. Kate Blanchett was really good in this too. Jennifer Lawrence, she was all right. But was there anything bad? I don't know if there was anything too bad that stuck out. I think the movie it didn't even have like real pacing issues. I didn't really have too many bad issues with this or anything. Not that I recall. And again, forgive me, I'm doing this off the cuff right now. But I would say that if I had to give this like a rough general rating for Don't Look Up, I'd probably give it an 8. I really appreciated it. I thought that the movie was, like I said, it had those dark moments. It was humorous at the same time, which is very difficult to juggle. But I thought it was all smart. I thought it was a smart movie. It pokes fun at a lot of things that are going on in today's society, and to mask that under a whole different story is really, really good. So the writing was good, the acting was good, the themes, they knocked that out the park for me. I even like some of the cinematography, especially during the final end of the movie. By the way, if you have watched the movie, make sure that, or if you haven't, make sure that you stay around. There are two post-credit scenes also. So that was actually kind of funny to see. Gosh, I forget dude's name. He played the son, the super bad dude. Godly, what was his name? Anyway, he was hilarious. I love him so much. And I'm gonna be mad because I forgot his name right now. But yes, I liked it. I enjoyed it. I'm giving it an 8 out of 10. If you have seen Don't Look Up, what did you think about it? If you're Jonah Hill, thank you. Yes, Jonah Hill. This is why I love y'all, man. This is y'all so great. Jonah Hill was hilarious. He was too funny. He was roasting the mess out of Jennifer Lawrence, and I cracked up every single time. Too funny. But yes, if you have seen Don't Look Up, let me know what you thought about it. And make sure, if you're catching this on the replay, leave your comment down below and let me know your thoughts. So that is my impromptu review for Don't Look Up. Thank you so much for joining on that. Okay. Sorry, man. That was so unexpected. But that's how we get down around here sometimes. Sometimes we just gotta make that happen. So thank you so much, Storm Shadow. I appreciate that. And appreciate your contribution. I hope that long review answered your questions. Let's see. I'm trying to hurry up. Let me catch up. Let's see. Schooliano. After his performance in Training Day, I could see Denzel as Mephisto. Interesting. But again, like y'all, if we could wait until we get to the Denzel topic, y'all could throw all these at the time of the topic too. But I'm just throwing that out there. Good point though. Good. I like it. Let's see. Hold on. Let me grab Eric. Let's see. Sup, E-Man. I'm late, but was wondering if you talked about the news of Ben Affleck and Henry coming back for the last Justice League movie. No, I have not gotten to that. Not yet. So you are not too late. Right on time. Thank you so much, Eric. I appreciate you though. Let's see. You got back. Are you coming back out here for Cali for the July Comic-Con? Ooh, that's a good question. I know I am going back out to Cali for the Critics' Choice Awards because that got delayed because of the pandemic. But it would really depend on who shows up at Comic-Con. Like, if I'm going, flying to LA and staying out there ain't cheap, like at all. So it would really depend on timing and if there's something else that I could like double up on, like let's say I could do an interview out there at the same time. Okay, yeah, now, yeah, I'll go out there. You know what I'm saying? So, if there's good guests, if I could double up and do something else, then that would be when I would make that trip. Because like I said, it's costly, and I mean, yo, y'all be supporting the channel all day. Look, y'all help keep the lights on. Okay, like I have to really, I save my money. I work, I save, I budget, and then I can go fly out and stuff. But yeah, it's I can't just be jumping on planes all the time. I wish that one day, man, God willing. Okay, so we got that. So speaking of, we just got done talking about how Morbius is getting delayed, and I told y'all that I'd be interested if Garfield would come back. Yo, so Andrew Garfield was just interviewed. It was a good actual interview on Variety, I believe. And they actually asked him, like, yo, would you be down, for coming back for Spider-Man 3? And as I told you, there's a hashtag, was it make TASM3 that's been going viral. And this hashtag has basically been fans trying to push for Sony to make Spider-Man 3 for Andrew Garfield, or Amazing Spider-Man 3. He's the only Spider-Man that doesn't have a trilogy right now. So it's like, yo, why not just top it off, finish it off, So he was actually asked this, and he says, yo, I'm open to doing it, right? So let's actually get to the quote. He says, I mean, yes, definitely open to something if it felt right. Peter and Spider-Man, those characters are all about service to the greater good and the many. He's a working class boy from Queens that knows struggle and loss and is deeply empathetic. I would try to borrow Peter Parker's ethical framework in that if there was an opportunity to step back in and tell more of that story. I would have to feel very sure and certain in myself. He had something else to say here. He says, I'm so grateful. I'm just really, really grateful that I got to tie up some loose ends for the Peter that I was playing. I love that character. And I'm grateful that I got to work with these incredible actors, this incredible director, and Marvel in conjunction with Sony. It was joyful and a feeling of closure for me. There was so many unanswered questions for my Peter where we left it. I got to step back in and got some healing for him, and also really supporting Tom Holland's Peter Parker and honoring his character, completing that trilogy, not distracting or detracting from it. Right. See, I love that. I love that. So I want to point out, how it's really nice to see, and it's common, by the way, how actors view the characters that they play. Look how much he cares about this character. Look how much he said he was grateful to be able to finish this character's story. You hear this? He wanted to finish this character's story. Did it sound like there was a lot of pressure coming back? Did it sound like, I don't know, he would never want anyone else to play the role of Spider-Man? I need people to understand actors don't think like us. They don't think like fans do. They don't think like the general people that watch the movies. This is a job for them. But not only is it a job, they're passionate about the roles that they take on, especially these legacy type characters like Spider-Man. Spider-Man's a legacy character. It's been carried on by 3 actors so far. And by the way, there have been others too. We just don't talk about it because 1960s and the Japanese versions, they just didn't do all that well. But this is a legacy character now in pop culture. They care about the characters. They're not egotistical. They don't believe most actors don't believe that the characters need to stop with them. And They want to fulfill the stories because it means something. You think that they go to work for months out of the year, dive into months of press just to have a character have an incomplete story? Nah, that don't happen. That don't really happen. Let's see. Hold on. I got something here from Derek. What you got? Hey man, I was wondering, do you do special requests? Like for instance, calling my daughter and say hi. She got a mad crush on you. That's Miss Tagan. Hey, Miss Tagan, how are you? Listen, don't be starting no trouble because Mrs. E-Man's on here. Listen, we gonna keep it professional. But hey, Miss Tagan, how are you? I have not heard from you in a minute. So I hope everything is all good. I hope you are enjoying things and having a great start of the new year. Oh my goodness. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. Oh man, we all love taking. Yes, indeed. Let's see. Hold on. Who else? Wait. Okay. So yes, can we just kind of realize this? Like fans want this. I get it, and that's great. I support this too. I support it. Give us an Amazing Spider-Man 3. I just want that energy to spread around to, everybody. All of them. All characters matter. Why not? So, anywho, question for you all. How do you feel about another Spider-Man 3? Do you want Andrew Garfield back? Do you think that what happened in Spider-Man No Way Home is enough? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. All right, let's move on. Man, we making some good time. Okay. Let's see. Okay, now wait, let me see. Now we can get to it. Okay, I know now y'all was thirsty for it. Now we can get to this question about Denzel Washington in the MCU. Now, the reason why this got brought up. Now, we've talked about it. This has kind of come up in general conversation, right? Like a lot of times we'd be sitting here like, yo, who could Denzel play? Who would he be good for, right? So the reason why this came up was because during an interview, Michael B. Jordan was asked, and he said that he had some ideas for Denzel Washington to join the MCU. Let me see what he said here. He said, so when he was asked, the conversation was like, Michael B. Jordan said, yes, no hesitation. I actually got some things in mind, but yeah, the interviewer said, you better hurry. MBJ says, I know, but I got you. I got some ideas, for Denzel being in there. The interviewer says, hey, concentrate on one thing. I sound like dad. MBJ says, after I finish Creed 3, you know what I'm saying? Once I finish that project, my mind can wander on other creative things. So, of course, here's my thing. I need the studios to stop wasting time. And if you're going to get these actors while they're aging, get them in now. Even if it's so, this is my thing. Let me throw my idea out here. I'm gonna throw my idea out there, and I'm going to say what I think would be dope for Denzel. And then, of course, y'all definitely weigh in as well. What I'm trying to consider right now is two things. One is Denzel's age, right? My man is older, right? I think he's in his 60s, I want to say. But he's getting older, so I don't think that we can give him a big role. Like, I know a lot of people want to say Magneto, right? Is he gonna come back for that? Is he gonna want to play this role multiple times in multiple years? That's something I don't want to bank on. Keep in mind, the Equalizer, out of Denzel's long career, the Equalizer 2 is his first sequel ever. He just don't do sequels. So I don't know if he wants to keep on doing sequels. I don't know if he wants to keep on being in the MCU. So for me, I'm thinking that if he were to play a role, it's got to be something maybe as a one and done. Like, it's got to be something dope, because you don't want to waste Denzel either. But it's got to be something dope that, he's going to come in there. We all as fans, we're going to have a great time seeing him, but that's going to be it, right? I mean, in a perfect world, man, he could have played, I don't want to say T'Chaka, only because I did like the previous actor who came in the role. I thought he did a good job too. So I don't want to disrespect him on that end. But and it's like I don't mind. I think for me, I would want him to be maybe a previous Black Panther, you know. I don't want to say Bashanga. Bashanga was the very first Black Panther, by the way. I don't want to say Bashanga only because you could mess around and do a Disney Plus show about Bashanga. Like that could be a character that could exist later. Hold on, I saw something good. My man Angel, an older T'Challa. That'd be interesting. We still got to make sure he doesn't die first again for the third time. I'd be cool with that. Maybe if like T'Challa looks in the future and he sees himself in Denzel, wow, right? That'd be interesting. I could totally see him as maybe like an ancestor. I think an ancestor Black Panther will be interesting, right? Like somebody who, because again, Black Panther is not about the mantle. The whole franchise is not about the mantle. The franchise, the 55 years of Black Panther, it does not matter who has the mantle. It's always been about T'Challa. Even when they showed all the previous Black Panthers, it was always to show people how it affected T'Challa and briefly to how it affected Shuri. But I think that would be dope. I think it'll be dope if he could be a previous Black Panther and he informed T'Challa somewhere in the MCU. I think that'd be kind of dope. But I want to see some of y'all answers here. Let me go. Hold on, let me see if I can find where y'all got it. Hold on. Let's see. Blue Mark. You know what? Here's the only reason I would say no to Blue Marvel. The only reason I say no to Blue Marvel is because one, Blue Marvel he does look older, right? Like he is a slightly older looking guy. But because of his powers, he ages very slowly also, right? Which means that and here's the other thing. Let's not forget he dated and had a romantic relationship with Monica Rambeau. Do we want Denzel having a relationship with Tiana Paris? I don't know how that's gonna look. Don't get me wrong. I understand people date older and not that. It's like a 40-year-old age difference between the two of them. That's all I'm saying. It might look a little weird. For me, if it comes to Blue Marvel, I think having a younger looking actor, and I'm not saying it should be him, but let's just say John Boyega, but you just make them look a little older. Just hit them with the gray streaks, put a little pepper gray in there somewhere. Just make them look a little older. That way they can, because I want Blue Marvel to keep coming back. I don't want Blue Marvel to be a one and done. So Blue Marvel could do. I don't know. Like I don't want them to be one and done. That's all. I want more. I just want more. Let me see who else we got here. Xavier, Magneto, maybe. I don't know if he's gonna do that long term though. And man, if this was like 10 years ago, 20 years ago, gosh, you would have crushed it. Oh my goodness, would have been so dope. Doctor Doom or Galactus? Interesting. So the Doctor Doom one, that one is going to be tricky because you have to think about whoever you cast as Doctor Doom, the opposite is going to have to be the case. They're going to have to play opposite to Reed Richards, right? So are you about to have Denzel being in his 60s? You going to make Reed Richards in his 60s too? I don't know if we're gonna get that. So whoever is going to, unless we're playing with time, unless there's a time issue, that's a whole different story. But that's gonna be, I don't know. I don't know if Doctor Doom is gonna work. And I'm not. And here's the thing: I totally understand why anybody would want him as Doctor Doom. It's because of the acting, right? Like the acting ability matters, But I just don't know how that would work in relation to Doctor Doom. Galactus. Now, Galactus would be interesting because this is a similar argument that I had for Keanu Reeves, who I didn't even know. I thought he was in his 50s. I think he's in his six. No, he's like 58, 57. I'm still getting messed up. Keanu's old. He is old, but he don't look old, right? But it's the same thing I said for him. Why, and reason why I said he should be Silver Surfer, because if you make Denzel Galactus, not only could you have some screen time with him in his previous, because Galactus does have some backstory, right? Like he wasn't just some planet hungry dude all day. If you could give Denzel that role where Galactus was like, before he got to be all superpowered and stuff, he could do that. That's a good one and done. And then after that, you could just use his voice and Galactus can be CGI. That could work. Because again, even if Denzel didn't want to do it again, just get somebody else to do the voiceover work. I don't think a lot of people going to trip over that. So that would work better, I think, Galactus versus Doom. Let's see who else. What we got? Cornelius, what you got? Whoever the character, Denzel Washington's presence can't be wasted. Facts. If done right, his casting can give the MCU an Oscar. They're so desperate for facts. And if that's the case, I think, because of the world that we live in now, I think the best way that would happen, you would have to make him a villain, but I don't know if Denzel would want to play the villain. The Beyonder? The Beyonder for Secret Wars? I could see the Beyonder just being like, I'm just going to change my appearance. And like, he could kind of be like, I don't want to say like Q from Star Trek, but I don't know. Could he work as the Beyonder? Let me know about that, because I'm thinking Secret Wars is coming up. That is going to be a thing. You could make Denzel that intergalactic being that maybe can change their appearance whenever they want. Maybe. But facts, you cannot waste him at all. And yes, totally Oscar worthy stuff. I mean, anytime this man steps on stage on the screen, that's definitely him for sure. Let's see who else. What else we got? He could play Uncle Ben. You know what? I could totally see him. I wonder if he'd be willing to play something for a young Miles Morales. Maybe the dad? Nah, Miles would be, he might be a little too old for that. I don't know. The one above all. Basically, if for those of you that don't know, in Marvel Comics, the one above all is like God, God. I'm okay with that, because the one above all does change their appearance too, and they don't show up all that time, that many times. So I'm okay with that. Yeah. Let's see who else we got. Older T'Challa. Yeah, I think we got that. I like that. Multiverse T'Challa. Sure, why not? That's not it. It ain't got to be like a huge commitment. I like that. That could work. Let's see. Oh no, we can't do that. Black Bolt. Oh man, you gonna have Denzel up there and not speak? Oh no, we can't do that. No, we got to do that. Let's see. Ooh, Real Django. Denzel as Eternity. I'm okay with this. Listen, I like this idea of putting our older legacy type actors, like these legends of actors, as the CGI bigger than life type of roles that you don't have to see all the time. Like, we're not going to see Eternity all the time, but if Denzel want to come in and voice Eternity, I'm okay with that. Oh, what about the Living Tribunal? What if Denzel came through as the Living Tribunal? Ooh, that could be interesting too. Come on now. Ooh, man, listen. What we got? David Monroe, Aurora or Storm's father. That's cool. I don't know how much of a role he would have though. Like, I don't know. Maybe, but I would need a deeper role for the dad at that point. He would need a little deeper. Let me see. Because I see the comments are coming in. Bishop. I don't know. I've never seen Bishop be old though. Like Bishop's always looked younger, 30s, 40, 30s actually. I don't know. I can't. I mean, he's gonna have to tap back into Book of Eli, into those vibes, but I don't know. That's an interesting one. Denzel 67, he could be the watcher. No, listen, I think that they actually have Jeffrey Wright being the watcher, like in live action too. I don't think that they signed him on just to voice over some stuff. You don't get somebody like, look, Jeffrey Wright is like the black version of Gary Oldman. This man knows how to act and transform in his roles. He has range. I think that you got Jeffrey Wright to also come in, not only to do the what if voiceover, but also to do live action. I think. Now, maybe Denzel could be another watcher, but we'll see. Let's see. Nelson V. Denzel as He Who Remains, who met Majors, He Who Remains in the Multiverse. Ooh. As a variant, He Who Remains. Now we talking. I can see this. I like that. Yes. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Dexter Denzel as a future Kang, variant Kang, but I agree, got to be one and done. Yes. Hey, I like that. I like it a lot. Come on now. Voice of the Living Tribunal. This is what I'm talking about. Okay. Now we see, this is what I'm talking about, y'all. Man, come on, Marvel. Marvel, just come and hire all of us. Just put us all on the payroll. Okay. Who said this? Monica deserves better. Don't do Denzel like that. Don't do. I mean, she deserves younger. That's younger. Don't do them. What? Denzel should be Blue Marvel. Stop it, E-Man. You calling Denzel? He's old. Mara. He's old. I mean, he's great. He's a legend, and he's a walking legend. He's also old. I'm just saying. I mean, don't make me feel bad. Like, come on now. He's old. I mean, come on, please don't. Oh man, come on now. I know the ladies like Denzel. I know. I'm just saying. I'm saying. What she say? I knew you were gonna bring. Oh, okay. Y'all know I put Will Smith up there. He at least he in his 50s. He, early 50s. That it's a little better. Now I'll be honest. Will Smith is kind of old too. He is a little older too. I'll keep it consistent, but it is what it is. Let's see what do we got. Buzz Denzel is 67. The watcher Denzel could be there for a while. I don't know if he's gonna want to be though. That's the issue. Like, I'd love for Denzel to be around for as long as possible, but I just don't know, because here's the thing. Denzel wants to be a director now. Like, for him, according to him, it's like, he's like done what he's got to do in acting. And he's got this new crusade where he wants to put forth all these August Wilson plays, and get the, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, Fences. Like, he's got other things that he wants to do. I don't think he cares about Marvel like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not on his top priority list. So I'm trying to be respectful of that also. Like, he's at the point where he's like, I want to direct. Matter of fact, in one of his interviews, and we're gonna talk about it in a minute here. In one of the interviews, he was like, I don't even want to like star in these things anymore. I get a better feeling directing and getting that vision out there. That's why he just did that movie for Journal for Jordan with Michael B. Jordan. Like, he gets more pleasure in directing these things and no longer being in that spotlight. So I don't know how long he gonna be. I don't know. Thank you for that. Eagles, what you got? No. Blue Marvel. Has to be Idris Elba, man. Oh, well, I mean, he's already Heimdall, but they got the multiverse. Honestly, the multiverse is the best way to it's probably the best way to go ahead and recast some people, like mix it up. Because even Idris at this point, he kind of regrets taking Heimdall because he's like, man, I should have gotten a better part. you know, Bro, you signed up to be the eyes in Asgard. That's it. The eyes. Come on, man. So you need to talk to your agent, man. Whoever that was, man. They played you bogus. Let's see. Denzel's brother Voodoo. I could see it, but I'd want Brother Voodoo to be around a little longer. Just that I would. Let's see, Liu Kang, what you got? John Boyega or Damson Idris in the MCU? Both. I mean, honestly, put him in wherever. There were rumors that John Boyega was actually going to be Blue Marvel, or that they were testing him out. So maybe that could happen. I don't know. Let's see. Who we got here? Bishop or Ford. Now, Forge, I could see. Because you don't really need Forge, but is Forge a good enough role for Denzel? Because I feel like Forge would be like more of a supporting role. Like you really about to have Forge have like some real deep lines? I don't know. But okay, let's see. Oh, wait. I saw something else. Denzel as Apocalypse. Hey, that could be another CGI role for him. Possible. Not too bad. Possible. Let's see. We're gonna go to some more and then we're gonna move on. Denzel can be a variant like Ramatut. Oh, yeah. I like that. Yes. Could definitely be a Kang variant. The Ramatut, hey, because that Kang has a lot of different variants through the timeline. I like that. You could make Denzel an Egyptian king. Yo, I like it. That's a one and done too. Love it. Great. Perfect. That works. Alib, the one above all makes sense because he's reached that Morgan Freeman, I play God and everything status. I love it. I'm down with that as well. Thank you so much. I like that. Yes. Jason, what you got? Denzel as the Beyonder. Just do it. With you on that. All for sure. I like it. Marsh Reese, Monica Rambeau's father. Bring her daddy back. Okay. We can do that. Derek Gaines, whatever role he takes, I don't think he'll be good in the action role. I think he will be great, like you said, for the Living Tribunal or somebody on that level, or maybe Mephisto. Mephisto would be interesting for him. That would be very interesting because Denzel doesn't take a lot of bad villain roles, so it'll be interesting in seeing him going back into that. And I mean, if he goes and plays Mephisto, I could see him being just as good, if not better, than Al Pacino in one of my favorite movies, The Devil's Advocate. That would be interesting. Like that. I like that. All good, brother. Don't even worry about it. All good. Thank you, brother, for the contribution. I like the Mephisto call. That could work. Ernest, Will Smith, hell no. John David Washington as Blue Marvel. He could work. Yeah, you're right. I like that too. That can definitely work. Cedric just got here, but I'm saying Living Tribunal or Chronos. May have already been said. He was not said, but Chronos could work and Living Tribunal. Yes, indeed. Mr. Sinister will be perfect for him. You know what? I think Mr. Sinister is a little too deep. Thank you, Derek, for that. I think Mr. Sinister is a little deep because that's a character that you're gonna need for long term. He could play it, but I don't know how long he's gonna stick around for that. But there was something else I wanted to share with y'all about Denzel. And this was interesting because this was a really good interview, by the way. And in this interview on Variety, this is the one I was talking about earlier. He also talked about, they asked him, well, who's the next Denzel? And I thought his answer was really good. Let me get down to it here. Where is it? It is a long interview, so it's definitely worth reading though. He said here when they asked him, like, well, who's like the next Denzel? He said, what does the next Denzel mean? Does that mean that there can only be one? He lists actors like Mahershala Ali and Jamie Foxx who have defined themselves with their own successful careers. And Washington smiled to himself, adding, "It doesn't have to be one person. Indeed, the influence of Denzel Washington is so great, it can't be contained." Does that sound familiar at all? Does it? Does it ring any bells to anybody? Just this whole idea of like there shouldn't just be just one, you know, maybe, just maybe there are other black talented actors out there that can do certain things and show us what they got, and that we don't have to, confine all black talent to just one or two stars and that's it. Chadwick said something very similar. He also said, and y'all have seen me play this clip multiple times. I don't think I have to play it right now. I don't think I have it queued up right now. But Chadwick Boseman said the same thing. He said that actors talk about this and they find it debilitating and frightening when this concept keeps getting pushed out there that there can only be one. Now, he was also talking about leading roles showing up in like a certain movie, because Ocean's 11, you can have Brad Pitt and George Clooney and Matt Damon. You can have all these actors show up, but God forbid in a big budget, big Hollywood movie, you have more than one black actor. And what happens today? We see what happens today. I already put that challenge out there, y'all. I already told y'all, if y'all can't spit 5 black talented actors' names on who could possibly be, who could follow the role of T'Challa, then that's even more reason to recast T'Challa, because you can't think of nobody else besides Michael B. Jordan. That's the only name that come up. That's the only talented black actor that you could think of. Why? Because he constantly gets leading roles and his name is constantly out there. So that's the first and only name we can come up with. Some people still struggle just saying Mahershala Ali. Some people don't even know. They know the face of Yahya Abdul-Mateen II. You know the face, but you struggle with the name. Why do you struggle? Because they don't get enough leading roles. So yes, my man Denzel's on point when he talks about like, what does that even mean? The next Denzel. Don't do that. Don't do that. Just say, yo, the next great black actor, the next actor. Hopefully it's levels to this, right? We can elevate to that point where we could just be like, yo, the next great actor, instead of saying the next great black actor. But just saying, y'all, like, we gotta expand a little bit. We gotta give these actors more leeway and opportunities, so that way we can actually have them get these leading roles and get into the regular conversation. All right, let's see what we got here. Mamba mentality, love that. Denzel Washington can be no, yes, he can. I like that too. Thank you so much for that. All right, let's go. We got let's see, we got only a couple more here and then we're gonna wrap it up. So next up, we got some Batman news. Ben Affleck was just interviewed not too long ago, and he was talking about his final appearance as Batman. Now, for those of you who don't know, of course, Ben Affleck played Batman in the Snyderverse version, right? So Zack Snyder's Batman has always been Ben Affleck. I have seen a lot of potential in Ben Affleck's Batman. I've really, really enjoyed his Batman. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of Batman v Superman. I'm Justice League, depending on which version, but Batman was always like one of the best parts. I mean, when he was in there and he was just whooping people up in that final action scene, like, man, my man was taking care of business. Okay. But I've really, really, really enjoyed Ben Affleck's Batman. There was talk in the past that he was supposed to do a solo Batman movie. And this was going to be one I believe he was going to write and direct. But again, WB, they got into all this drama and all the studio conflict and all back and forth or whatever. But so that never ended up happening. I wish it did, but it just didn't. So unfortunately, we never got Ben Affleck's version of Batman doing a solo movie. So right now we have to the last time supposedly that we are going to be seeing Ben Affleck's version of Batman is actually going to be in this upcoming Flash movie. So he confirms that the Flash will mark his final appearance as Batman. So let's get to what he said. He says here, I have never said this. This is a hot off the press. This is hot off the presses. But maybe my favorite scenes in terms of Batman and the interpretation of Batman that I have done were in the Flash movie. I hope they maintain the integrity of what we did because I thought it was great and really interesting. Different, but not in a way that is incongruent with the character. Let's see. Then he says, who knows? Maybe they will decide that it doesn't work. But when I went and did it, it was really fun and really, really satisfying and encouraging. And I thought, wow, I think I have finally figured it out. Okay. So he is really, really feeling his final version of Batman in this. And I guess now this is just, obviously we haven't seen the Flash or anything. If you have seen the animated version of Flashpoint, the animated one, um, that movie is similar to what they're going to do in the Flash movie. So I'm not going to say, it's beat for beat the same, but the animated one kind of copied the comics. And I'm not going to be shocked if this movie kind of copies a little bit from the animated one. I think what Affleck is really talking about is in this movie, in The Flash, if they're playing with the multiverse, if they're doing the whole Michael Keaton thing and all that, I think part of it will be a level of closure because in the animated movie, the Batman that we had received a little bit of closure, I'll say, for his character. And it was a really emotional scene. It was a really dope scene, too, by the way. So and it had to, for those of you that have seen it, I'm talking about when Batman got that letter when he got that letter that he was reading. And if you remember in the animated series or the animated movie, when he was reading that letter, man, that letter had a deep impact on him. So I'm wondering, and I kind of hope that that's the scene that they want to bring into the Flash, because that scene right there, it was really powerful. It was really powerful. So I think Ben Affleck can really bring a good amount of justice to that role, and it'll be a really good way to close out the chapter. Unfortunately, if we're never going to see him again, that would be the perfect way to do it. So we'll see. Anyway, does this, now that that Ben Affleck is going to give his final performance as Batman in The Flash, does it make you a little bit more excited to see The Flash? I don't know how you feel. Let me know what you're thinking or how you feel about that. Um, let's see. Speaking of Batman, I think it's time that we talk about the GOAT. And yes, I know I might have gotten into a little heat on Twitter because I was saying that Michael Keaton he's my GOAT. He's my GOAT. That's the I didn't grow up on Adam West. Shout out to Adam West, rest in peace. But I grew up on Michael Keaton's Batman. He's my GOAT, Batman. I mean, look, this was the first time I ever heard I'm Batman. You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts. Like Michael Keaton's Batman defined Batman for me. Okay, for live action, that defined it for me. I know he couldn't turn his neck. Okay, y'all ain't gotta remind me. I know it was a little stiff in the neck. Like who said that? Get over here. Like, I know, but he's still the GOAT for me. So, as we know, Michael Keaton's Batman is going to be showing up. It was just confirmed that he was going to show up. We talked about this last time, that he was going to show up in Batgirl. And one of the things that they wanted to do was they want to make Michael Keaton's Batman kind of like the Nick Fury. Now, let me just, I have to speak on this. I'm sorry. I have to speak on this. There is a certain YouTuber who, and be careful what you look on Twitter for or whatever. I'll just say that I've spoken about said YouTuber before on this channel, and this YouTuber went out of their way to go on Twitter and just announce to the world and damn near spoil what WB is going to be doing with their new Justice League. What I don't like about this is, it's one thing to speculate. It's also one thing to go ahead and say, hey, this character is going to be in the movie. It's a little spoilerish, but at the same time, at least it's not like giving away a plot point. But said YouTuber had to go out there, and I'm not even going to spoil what they said. I'm just saying, in principle, I don't respect when you have to clout chase and announce what the characters are going to be doing, because it literally spoils the movie. Because at the end of the movie, you're like, oh, okay, because I know this, I know that this is going to happen. You know, so I guess to give you an equivalent, I'll give you an equivalent. It's like if we were back in 2008 and we saw Nick Fury for the first time, and we just got done watching the first Iron Man, and said YouTuber will go out there and be like, hey y'all, you know they about to go get Captain America and Thor and make the Avengers, right? Like, why would you tell us this and we just got off of Iron Man 1? Like, yo, shut up. Like, shut up. You can't find no other way to get clicks and views but to spoil stuff? Like, stop. Be quiet. Oh my God. That, y'all know spoilers get on my nerves. Like, it is a huge irritant for me. I do not like spoilers at all. But that right there pissed me off. So y'all already know who it is. Some of y'all already talking about it in the comments or whatever. I'm not going to go out there and you know, I don't want nobody coming at me saying, oh, you're attacking this person again. Whatever. I'm attacking the action. I don't like the action. I don't have to know people to criticize what they say and what they do. The action is not respected. That's the problem. Anyway, piss me off, because now I'm sitting here like, now when I go watch their movies, I'm gonna know exactly what's gonna happen. Oh, okay, back to business. Anyway, we know that he is going to be playing kind of like a Nick Fury role, right? At least this is what was reported, that Keaton is going to be a bigger role during the Flash movie, and supposedly, you know, unless you listen to certain YouTubers, we don't know exactly what he's going to be doing, but he's going to have a bigger role moving forward. Now, what I wanted to kind of also talk about was, he actually had this interview where I thought it was actually kind of dope, because he actually talked about why he exited Batman Forever. Now, for some of y'all that don't know, you know, Keaton was in Batman 89 and then Batman Returns, which I love. And then he was supposed to be in Batman Forever, but that didn't end up happening. So what did they do? God forbid you don't have another Batman movie. You know what they did? They recast. Same continuity. Was it disrespectful? I just saw a whole bunch of people saying that he was the GOAT and he got recast. Did that tarnish his legacy as Batman because Val Kilmer came in the same franchise and got recast? Oh, did he? Did something happen? Did we disrespect or dishonor Michael Keaton because he got recast in the same story? I, I'm gonna go back and look at the internet to see if anybody felt that way, because I don't recall anybody writing in the newspapers back then, because we didn't have internet back then for some of y'all young folks. But I just want to know if back then anybody was talking about the disrespect at that point. I don't know. Maybe they. I don't know. Anyway, hold on. Uh, I saw something. Nelson playing. Nelson, don't do that. Don't do that. George Clooney was the worst Batman we have ever gotten. Period. I think he will tell you that. Bat nipples, bat nips, bruh, get out of here. Not you, Nelson. I'm talking about George Clooney. Get out of here. No, never again. Never again. I don't even want to see him in the multiverse. To be honest with you, I don't want none of that. None of it. None of it. Never again. Please. Tony, what you say? Our Batman dances the Prince. Enough said. Cool with it. Cool with it. Cool with it. Y'all don't even know. Y'all need to go Google Batman and Prince. When Prince made that video, listen, that was great. That was what a time to be alive. What a time to be alive. But anyway, in this interview, I thought that it was pretty cool because again, as Keaton was transitioning away from Batman, I liked the reason that he gave as to why he couldn't do it. As you can see in the title, it says that the tone made him exit the role. But let's get a little deeper, because Joel Schumacher, rest in peace, he was the one that took over for Tim Burton, that director. So Joel Schumacher came in and he wanted to have a more campy tone. If y'all recall, in Batman Forever, that was the one with Jim Carrey and Tommy Lee Jones with the Two-Face, and they was all wacky and gooky and kooky and all that. Listen, the real reason why they did that was really to sell toys. They wanted it to be wilder and kookier and campier for the merchandise. Joel Schumacher even admitted to this and apologized for it. So shout out to him, rest in peace. But shout out to him for that. But yeah, that was the whole point. But this is also what made Keaton turn away. Let me see. What do you say? It was always Bruce Wayne. It was never Batman. Keaton said of what drew him to the comic book role. To me, I know the name of the movie is Batman, and it's hugely iconic and very cool and culturally iconic, and because of Tim Burton, artistically iconic. I knew from the get-go it was Bruce Wayne. That was the secret. I never talked about it. Batman does this. And I kept thinking to myself, y'all are thinking wrong here. Bruce Wayne. What kind of person does that? Who becomes that? When the director who directed the third one, I said, I just can't do it. And one of the reasons I couldn't do it was, and you know, he's a nice enough man. He's passed away, so I wouldn't speak ill of him, even if he were alive. He, at one point, after more than a couple of meetings where I kept trying to rationalize doing it and hopefully talking him into saying, I think we don't want to go in this direction. I think we should go in this direction. And he wasn't going to budge. Joel Schumacher was not budging. So he continued on, and Keaton says, I don't understand why everything has to. I'm sorry, Schumacher told Keaton, I don't understand why everything has to be so dark and everything so sad. To which Keaton responded, wait a minute. Do you know how this guy got to be Batman? Have you read? I mean, it's pretty simple. Come on now. Come on now. This is what happens when you have people in the creative space and they don't understand the character or the concept of whatever they're doing. But I loved how my man said it was always Bruce Wayne. It was never Batman. That was the secret. I've been telling y'all this secret for months. Characters over mantles. People don't care about mantles as much as they care about the characters who define the mantles. Michael Keaton gets it. He understood the assignment. Literally. He was like, oh, a movie about Batman. Psych, it's about Bruce Wayne. I get it. Y'all, this is the same thing. Did you not listen? Ooh, did you not listen to what Andrew Garfield said in his other interview? He didn't come in there saying like blah 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 Spider-Man, blah 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 Spider. He said, I wanted to come back for Peter, this version of Peter. I like this version of Peter because he cared about Peter Parker. It's the characters that define the mantles. Actors understand this. It's just time for us fans, general audiences, to catch up and just acknowledge it. You think this movie would have been, you think Batman would be anything that it is today if it wasn't constantly Bruce Wayne that was always in that role? You think anybody would care? Like, oh no, Batman was Dick Grayson, and then he was Tim Drake, and then he was Damian Wayne. Listen, that works in comic books. Comic book fans can get into that and be okay with switching up the characters and being about the mantle because you've had a long history of Bruce Wayne. It's okay for you to mix it up at that point. But moviegoers, the average movie fan, they don't think like comic book readers do. And I know some people like to get technical, like let's say the Joker, right? Some people will try to get technical and be like, the Joker, it's been different continuums, different mediums, different franchises, different stories. You ask the average person on the street, I'm willing to bet they just gonna be like, nah, we just had the same Joker, Joker. You think they're gonna be like, no, actually, that was Tim Burton's Joker, and then there was Nolan's Joker, and then Zack Snyder's Joker. They don't care. The average audience is like Joker. Just like they go, Batman is also Bruce Wayne. That's how people think. They don't get all technical and gritty with it. That's us. Like us nerds, us movie nerds. We get all granular with that stuff. But all the people paying that's making these movies hundreds of millions of dollars, they don't care about that. And they damn near don't care about the mantles. They care about the characters that make the mantle. So I just wanted to give a shout out to Michael Keaton, aka the GOAT, Batman, because he understood. He understood that it was always about Bruce Wayne. And you see what happens, how the movies turned out when they stopped caring about Bruce Wayne. We got Batman Forever. Then we got Batman and Robin. Whoa. Just saying. Y'all got to put some respect on these characters. Recast T'Challa. Let's see what else we got here. Diane Mitchell, what you got for us today? Bat Dancing, Party Man, and Scandalous were the jams. Yes, facts. Listen, Prince killed it on that album. That soundtrack was so great, so great. Go listen to the Batman soundtrack. Do yourself a favor. Alicia Silverstone as Batgirl variant. Okay, I'm fine. That's cool. Works for me. I don't know what she's doing nowadays, but sure, why not? Let's go for it. Let's see. I think I saw one other one. I'm not highlighting that. That is too funny. All right, y'all. As I said at the top of the hour, I do have to bounce because I got other responsibilities I got to do. Got to shoot some other things. But yes, y'all. Ooh, hold on now. Hey, 1,300 away from 55K. Yo, listen. That's for Recast T'Challa. Y'all don't understand. We almost there. And then we're going to hit 60. My goal is for us to really hit 60 by the end of February because we got some things cooking in the basement right now. We got some things cooking in the lab right now. It's going to be very good. I cannot wait. I cannot wait for February. It's gonna be Black History Month for real. Y'all already know. But make sure you follow me. Make sure, because I'm gonna post it everywhere. Listen, we got some bangers coming. Those who know, they know. We got some things cooking. But anyway, thank y'all so much for joining me today. I really, really appreciate y'all. Look, hey, shout out Replay Gang. We got a live that's not 3 hours. I know. So, I know it's still like an hour and a half, but we're working. We're working on it, right? Hey, thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all for joining me. Tune in Wednesday. We're gonna have our Boba Fett episode 3 live chat. We are gonna be doing that. And we definitely gonna have some fun. I gotta see what that Black Wookiee gonna do. I'm very, very interested in seeing what he just what he gonna have to fight somebody. You can't show that Black Wookiee and not do nothing with him. I need to see this brother get down. But anyway, same time, same place. Y'all know how we get down. Make sure you stay tuned. I'm gonna post some old replay clips from the other lives and stuff. So if you see some stuff coming up, it's old stuff, but probably new for some other people. So anyway, I will see y'all Wednesday, same time, same place. Thank y'all so much. Keep on commenting, keep on giving ideas and thoughts. Always appreciate it. Shout out to all of y'all for joining, whether you doing it live or on a replay. But until next time, y'all, peace.